Hello and welcome back to my channel. This week's video is all about Hollow. He is a cinnamon ball python, cinnamon morph, and then Python regius right here is the scientific name for them. So a few things I want to explain right off the gate. Naturally he has a hide and this light isn't here, but because we're filming, I just wanted you guys to be able to see him. And he's very used to me being around him and filming him and stuff. So without further ado, we're going to get into it, teach you guys everything from how to clean enclosures to their temperatures, humidity, everything you need to know. So to start off with, the enclosure size that you're going to need for one of these guys is 3 feet by 1 foot, at least a snake this size. Next thing I wanted to get into was bedding. So right now he's on Aspen, and that is only because I have it and I don't believe in wasting, so I'm going to use it until it's gone and then I'm going to go back to paper. But the thing about Aspen is you can go longer without cleaning it. As you can see, he's made a mess over here and in here. Whenever he makes a mess inside his hide, or there's like 3 or 4 messes outside the hide, whichever comes first, I'm like, all right, that's too much, and I like to clean it out. So the thing that all ball pythons will need is a hide. I just have this plastic tote I just happen to have, so I cut the little entrance out for him so he can slither into it. He was in there just a second ago before I took it off, like I said. And then all living things need water. As you can see, his is dried up because it's right on the heat pad. And then a ball python's humidity can range from 40 to 60. As you can see, his is at 45 right now. Whenever he's shedding, I will spray him more and get it up to 60. In terms of a ball python's personality, they are typically the most tame snake, the least likely to bite you. I've been bitten by them before. One day I put him, so the thing about Aspen bedding, which I should have mentioned sooner, is you can't feed them in this enclosure, or at least you shouldn't, because they can end up eating the aspen and ingesting it, and then they can't pass it all the time. So it's not good for them to eat in there. I'll show you how I feed him on Friday, but for you guys it'll be the same day, so stay tuned for that. But their personalities are typically known for being the most tame. However, they can be very skittish. He is kind of a middle ground. He has his days where he's like, I'm not up for anything, please leave me alone. And then he has his days where he's like out slithering around. Last night when I came home from work, I just opened the enclosure and just let him slither out for a bit, and we hung out with him on the floor in here. But there's not really a lot of space in here, so I like to take him to Moon's room. But without further ado, we're gonna get him into a bath, and I'm gonna show you guys how to clean an enclosure that is an aspen bedding enclosure. First step is to draw up a bath that's at least, if they just came off their hot spot, which you can see that he just did, he's still sitting on it right now. So his body temperature is probably around the high 80s. So that's where this water's at, and you want to have an ambient air temperature of where you're putting them into of at least 70, because the water will slowly lose its temperature over time and drop down to your air temperature, so you don't want it to be too cold. So now we're going to pull him out. Obviously got the hide out already. His water dish is still in there, that's fine. We're going to pull him out and put him into the bath. Alright, well, I wasn't able to record me putting him in there with trying to put the lid on, so we put him in the bath. Like I said, nice warm water for him, and it'll slowly cool down. And in the meantime, we're gonna clean this out. Probably let him soak for no more than a half hour or 15 minutes, however long it takes me to clean this. First order of business is getting the hide and the water dish out, and then we'll clean those after we get this cleaned out. That way this is ready to go, and we can just pop these in there. Alright, now we got all the aspen out, so now I'm going to take some Clorox wipes and wipe it down really good. Alright, so we wiped it out with Clorox wipes, and this next step is very important. We're going to take water, just regular old water, and we are going to spray it out. Because Clorox wipes kill, like, what does it say? Does it say? Yeah, 99.9% of germs and bacteria, everything kills everything, including your skin cells, and it does the same things to snakes and their tongue, and they do not regenerate skin cells and stuff as quickly as we do because their metabolism is not as fast. So if you choose to use my method of using like disinfecting wipes to clean out your snake's enclosure, you have to make sure that you really spray it out with water because you don't want any traces of that left for them. However, it does make sure that they're not getting any diseases and they're staying nice and healthy and they're just having their body's natural bacteria. You can see I really soaked it up, and now I'm going to wipe it down with paper towels and make sure we get all of that out. Including we're going to wipe this down with the paper towels because they should have tiny trace amounts of the disinfecting stuff on it to help get this powder off. Alright, now that it's all been wiped down, it's all nice and dry. Next step is to clean these, and I recommend just cleaning them just like regular dishes but separate from your dishes. So make sure all your dishes are out of the sink, put away, and then have a separate sponge that you keep separately and just wash them like you would your own dishes. But that's just my personal recommendation. You can do whatever you want. Alright, now his enclosure is all cleaned out. His hide's still a little bit wet, so it'll hold a little bit of humidity in there, and he's ready to go back. He's scared of the light. So you guys here. Then he'll slither around for a little bit, check out his new surroundings, and then he'll hopefully go back into his hide and love it. Finally warm enough to take her out, so we took her to the park. I was trying to get the time on this, but I think it's too high for her. Really cool. They took the net off of it. She's so long now. And they're shimmering. Oh yeah. It's finally the first day of the season that we're able to take Terror out on a walk. She's just enjoying nature. Look at her slithering. Look at that rainbow shimmer. And she's so sweet. She always likes to come up to me. Come here, baby girl. Come here. Aww.
Oh, so you're cute over there.
You're so cute, baby girl. There you go. Freaking rainbow is crazy. Right, and so how we feed ball pythons is, at least the way I'm keeping him on the aspen bedding. We have this tote for him. I bring it in Moon's room, put it right up next to the heater. She's still in here, and I'm gonna put him in first, and then we're gonna load the mouse in with him. He probably won't take it dangling in front of his face. He's just not that kind of snake. And then we'll just leave him sit for like a half hour, just come back and check on him and see how it goes. So let's go get Hollow. Right, so we got Hollow. I'm just gonna load him in. Just grab the mouse. Alright, and then we just lower in with him. Like I said, he typically won't take it out of my hand or off the tongs. Alright, so we'll just leave that with him and then hopefully he'll eat it. So Hollow's finished eating, and so is Moon. I'll put pics on the screen of that So then we're just gonna put him into his enclosure. It's kind of dark in here. I keep the curtains closed because they're near the heater. It just helps the room stay nice and warm.